In just a few hours, Republican lawmakers in Texas are expected to advance a bill that Democrats say would limit people's ability to vote. And that follows months of protests. And after state Democrats fled Texas to block the proposal, Republicans used baseless claims of voter fraud to rally support for the bill. Mireya Villarreal has been following this and joins us from the state capitol now. Mireya, good morning.
Well, good morning, Tony. Intense is the word that keeps coming to mind as we have been here in Austin, Texas. Right now, opponents of the bill say the new restrictions would keep people from disabilities, would hurt people with disabilities and people in black and brown communities that live here in Texas. They point, for example, to drive-through voting and overnight voting. Both will be removed if this bill passes, and both were predominantly used by voters of color. Right now, Democrats, though, are still hopeful that they will be able to attach amendments to the bill before it passes here at the Capitol.
Everybody's got a right to live.
The fight over voting rights in Texas has been one of the most contentious in the country. More than 50 Democratic lawmakers fled the state last month, breaking quorum to block GOP-backed bills they deem voter suppression.
Does it feel like then anything was accomplished by breaking quorum?
Yeah, something was accomplished because it raised the awareness.
Representative Garnett Coleman's district includes a portion of Houston.
Why was it important for you to come back last week?
I don't think we were gaining anything by being away. At some point, we have to fight on the floor and actually represent our constituents in that way.
The bill bans drive-through and 24-hour voting, increases ID requirements for mail-in ballots, gives more powers to partisan poll watchers, and limits voter assistance.
I expect a vigorous debate.
House Republican James White sponsored the bill.
Is this voter suppression? Are we still talking about that?
Some people call it election integrity. Some people call it suppression. And I've worked with them to get undesirable things out of the bill so they can get it passed.
Coleman believes this fight stretches beyond the state line.
The Voting Rights Act applies to different places around the country. And the only way to have that is for the U.S. House and the U.S. Senate to pass the legislation.
A lot of people feel the same way that Coleman does, that the federal John Lewis Voting Rights Act would be a way to keep states from passing these voter suppression laws, like what's happening here in Texas. Right now, the U.S. House of Representatives have passed legislation, but it's expected to face an uphill battle in the Senate. Right now, we know a lot of lawsuits have been filed against voting rights bills around the country, similar to what we are seeing here in Texas. And those lawsuits are expected to be filed here in Texas when and if this bill passes. Gayle?
All right, Mireya, thank you very much.